Last year, history was made in the Concacaf Champions League, where we saw the Seattle Sounders be the first MLS team to win the competition, defeating Liga MX side Pumas 5-2 on aggregate in one of the best finals in the history of the competition. With this success, the Seattle Sounders were the first MLS club to participate in the FIFA Club World Cup, unfortunately getting knocked out in the first round by Egyptian side Al Ahly 1-0. But that was it though, right? All MLS fans finally had a team break the curse to win the CCL and finally have a representative in the FIFA Club World Cup. We probably won't see another MLS team back this up and have a representative in the Concacaf Champions League final. Wrong. Like last year, we'll have a representative from the MLS and Liga MX in this year's final. So let's discuss how LAFC and Club León made it to this year's final and who I think will be crowned the 2023 Concacaf champions. LAFC came into MLS in 2018 and has been a smash hit in the league ever since their introduction, breaking countless records by winning an MLS Supporter Shield in 2019 and last season winning the Cup Double, MLS Cup, and Supporter Shield. They were setting the bar for all MLS clubs. LAFC's first introduction to the CCL was back in 2020, where they made it all the way to the final and along the way beat the team that they will play in the final, Club León. Granted, the rules were changed due to COVID, where all the knockout round games from the quarterfinals on were single elimination. LAFC then went on to defeat Cruz Azul in the quarterfinals and Club America in the semifinals to face off against Tigres in the final. Unfortunately for them, just fell short in heartbreaking fashion, losing to them 2-1. All MLS and LAFC fans thought that was the moment where an MLS team was finally gonna win the CCL, but Tigres spoiled the party. But we mustn't forget, LAFC is a team that wants to be the best in MLS. And I feel LAFC fans want a taste of that continental success for what happened in 2020 and for the Seattle Sounders winning this competition last year. This season in MLS, LAFC have been lights out and at the time of recording are currently sitting in third place. They've collected 25 points and are only 1 point behind Western Conference League leaders, the Seattle Sounders, but LAFC have 3 games in hand on them. Only losing 1 game so far this season in MLS, LAFC are out to win this final. Oh yeah, and by the way, I recently just uploaded a video talking about the downfall of the LA Galaxy, and I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of LAFC fans watching today's video. So if you guys want to check out the demise of your crosstown rivals, make sure to go check out that video after you finish this one. Club León was founded in 1994. They won the Primera de Mexico / Liga MX title 8 times, in 1948, 1949, 1952, 1956, and in 1992. The Apertura in 2013 and in 2020, and the Clausura in 2014. León doesn't have a rich history of being successful in the CCL, with their first introduction being back in 1976. They featured in this competition 8 times, this season being their 4th straight year, only making the final once in its previous form, the Concacaf Champions Cup, back in 1993. Club León are definitely the underdogs going into this final against LAFC, but I feel it has suited this team throughout their run in this year's competition, as most people would have never predicted them to make this year's final. But the real question is, how did LAFC and Club León reach the final? LAFC first faced off against Costa Rican side Liga Deportivo Alajuelense in the round of 16, beating them 4-2 on aggregate, with actually losing the second leg in LA 2-1. Then in the quarterfinals, faced off against fellow MLS team the Vancouver Whitecaps, wiping the floor against them 6-0 on aggregate, winning both legs 3-0. Then came the semifinals, which was a rematch of last year's MLS Cup final against the Philadelphia Union, where they won 4-1 on aggregate, doing the business in the second leg in LA, winning 3-0. For Club León, they faced off against Panamanian side Taro FC, comfortably beating them 3-0 on aggregate. Then in the quarterfinals, faced off against Honduran side Violet, where they did the business, winning 6-2 on aggregate, but did lose the second leg in Honduras 2-1. Then came their toughest match against Tigres in the semifinals, where they narrowly won 4-3 on aggregate, where Fidel Ambriz went Super Saiyan in leg 2 to be the catalyst for the team to secure their 3-1 win in leg 2. So now let's break down this matchup. For LAFC, their key player for this match is forward Dennis Bouanga. He has been on fire this season, leading the Golden Boot race in the CCL with 6 goals and 4 assists in 6 appearances. He has been lights out in the competition. Add on top of that, this season in MLS, he has 8 goals and an assist in 8 appearances, which in all competitions, he has 14 goals and 5 assists in 15 appearances. Those are some crazy stats from Dennis Bouanga this season. Then for Club León, like LAFC, their key player will be forward Victor Davila. He's leading the team in goals in the CCL with 3 goals and 5 appearances, and he has been the key to the attacking success in the competition. I know he kind of shit the bed in the semi-final match against Tigres in the second leg, but he's still been one of their big players so far this season. But let's not also sleep on Fidel Ambriz, so make sure to be on the lookout for him as well. well. So to wrap it all up with a nice little bow on top, what are my score predictions? I know I've had some somewhat terrible predictions so far throughout this tournament in my various videos that I've made so far. Violet have no chance whatsoever. I'm sorry to all my Haitian viewers, but I believe with how things are panning out, the Philadelphia Union will get their revenge and narrowly beat LAFC on away goals to advance to the finals.
It's the history of the
Shine making shit predictions.
But forget about all of those because I'm saving my prediction god powers for the match that matters the most. These two teams did meet in the 2020 CCL round of 16 where Club León won leg 1 2-0 in Mexico, but LAFC made one of the best comebacks in CCL history, winning leg 2 in LA 3-0 to advance. Just like in 2020, the first leg will be in Mexico at León Stadium, and I see leg 1 ending 2-1 for Club León. But in leg 2 in LA, I see LAFC making the comeback to win 2-0 and be crowned the champions of Concacaf. But boys and girls, my opinion only matters so much. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What are your guys' score predictions going into the Concacaf Champions League final? Who are your guys' ones to watch players from LAFC and Club León? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to smash the like button on today's video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I hope you all have a lovely day.